Well, all right, we are getting ready for Mother's Day weekend, and so we wanted to give you some great creative ideas, things you can do for mom. So, of course, I have to ask Kristy Rutland to join us. Kristy is just the container planter extraordinaire, and I wanted you to give us some tips.
Sure, absolutely. I figured we'd start out by getting our hands dirty for mom.
All right.
So what I was going to do is show you how to plant this container.
It's beautiful.
Which is really a pretty simple one to do.
Well, you make it look simple, but is it really?
It is very simple.
Okay, so in this planter, you've got how much soil?
I filled it about 3/4 of the way full.
Okay.
And then what I'll do is after I planted it, I'll backfill in any little holes.
Gotcha.
That just kind of helps keep from having to dig back out to put back in. So what I'm going to start with is this white caladium, and I'm going to stick him kind of offset a little bit. So he's not going to be directly in the middle, but not quite all the way back. The next thing I'm going to put in is this begonia right here.
What I love about this pot is it's so feminine. It's such a mom gift.
Yeah, that's what I thought. The other thing we're going to put in here is
Was that the shrimp plant?
Yellow shrimp plant.
I
yes.
love those.
These are great because they'll go sun or shade. So it's a really nice one to go either way. I think the next thing we're going to do here is some California ivy. And I'm just going to kind of pop him off to the side here.
That's a lot of bang for the buck right there.
Absolutely. Great filler and a great spiller.
Yeah.
And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to poke some impatiens in here. Nice bright pink impatiens.
So this would be more for a moderately shady spot?
Yeah, I would go light shade with this. You could do tree shade or even morning sun, afternoon shade would be great. Stick those back here. As you can see, I've kind of laid some stuff on the back side, that way in case anybody peeks around the corner.
Mom would be proud.
There we go. Just a couple more.
So any rhyme or reason, any rules to follow, or just pick the plants that have, like if you don't want a full sun plant with a shady plant, because that's not going to work.
Right, you want to definitely do stuff that's going to work together. The other thing too is it's always nice, you know, have your thriller, your thing that kind of comes up and you know says, hey, come look at me. And then I like to just kind of graduate down and get something down in here, a filler type of thing with maybe some kind of focal point. And then around the edge is, you know, where you go with your spillers.
Well, what I like about what you call the spiller, the things that hang over, is that it's not like you have it all the way around the pot. You've got it just in places.
Right.
So you can still see the pot.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be solid all the way around. Some people may want to hide the pot, but some, you know, like this particular one, it's kind of an urn shape, has a little bit of decoration. You don't have to hide it. So, and after some lobelia, you're done.
It's just gorgeous. And then, so you'd want to make sure you want to put some Osmocote down with it or something.
Do some Osmocote. Yeah. Also, you know, make sure you backfill good quality potting soil. You definitely get what you pay for in the potting soil. And other than that, it's real simple.
It's beautiful.
Thank
and you
you.
did that without any time at all.
Absolutely.
It's good to come to the experts. All right, so what else do we have over here?
So some of the other things that I wanted to talk about is like the plumbago, which is a great shade-loving tropical that blooms on and off through the whole season. Beautiful thing for mom.
And the color of that is spectacular.
It's
There's
a
really nothing
true
like it.
baby blue. I mean, there really isn't anything else like it. I also wanted to bring up the mandevilla. These are awesome tropical vines, bloom all summer long for you, get loaded with these big, beautiful pink blooms. Of course, the dragon wing and the angel wing begonias. Can't forget those for the shade. Bougainvillea, another great one for the hot summer, does wonderful, bloomed all summer long last year for most people. And then here's another vine. This is lophus or wine vine, another great one for the sun, climbs, blooms on and off through the season. Absolutely.
I've not ever seen that one before.
It's a newer one. We've only had it for maybe a year or two.
So all of those, I mean, you're going to have a ton of blooms, it looks like.
Yeah, absolutely.
Interesting.
Loves to climb, or you could do it as a hanger. Of course, we can't forget about doing, you know, more mixed containers. We have all kinds to choose from. We've got Cleome, which is another great one for the summer for the sun.
It's also called spider flower, isn't it?
Also spider flower.
I love Cleome because it can get pretty tall, but it's so airy and light, and it comes in different colors too.
Yes, it does. We can't forget, of course, the hibiscus. Mom loves her hibiscus for the summer in the sun.
Now there are two different kinds. There's tropical and then regular.
Yes.
Do you have a preference?
Not really. I kind of like them both equally. I love to do the tropicals in a pot. The hardy ones I love to do, obviously out in a bed where they'll come back for me from year to year. They both bloom great.
Yeah.
Usually the hardy ones have a lot bigger blooms, so they may not put on quite as many, but both are just as showy.
The tropical is usually bigger blooms and more intense color.
Yeah.
Right. But you have to replant it. All right.
Yeah.
So, okay. And this croton is just gorgeous.
Yeah. That's another one that can go sun or shade. Loves the heat, and it's a great color extender for the season.
Great idea, Kristy. Thank you so much for showing us some creative ideas for Mother's Day gifts. And coming up next, we're going to talk about annuals that do great in a sunny spot. Stay with us.